Hi, welcome back. This is Joe, and this is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. I am reading Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil. And what it talks about is rising to the truth, which is there is really nothing to fear. It talks about fear being an illusion. And now, hear me out. I understand that for the majority of us, fear is a real thing. And fear can be a good thing, right? Like when we're on the edge of a mountain, we remain cautious not to slip or cautious not to go too far. But is that cautious stemming from a place of fear, or is it stemming from a place of truth? Meaning, the truth of, yes, we are out on a ledge, and the truth of what it would look like if we are reckless and go over that ledge. Is that truth or is that fear? In my opinion, that's truth. So, in reality, what is there really to fear? If you are listening from the United States, then we have a new president elect. And I know that with that new president is coming for some a lot of fear of the unknown, fear of what can be overturned in more progressive states like the state I'm living in, which is California. But what does it mean to rise above what's happening on the surface, to really understand who's truly in charge, which is God? I put up a post last night that just resonated with me deeply, and it was a post that said, "It's in my hands, go to bed." And it was signed God. And it just resonated deeply for me because it was a quick reminder in that moment that God is in charge of it all. I don't care who is ruling the world. I don't care who is ruling the country. I don't care who is ruling the state. I know who rules it all, and that is God. And it brings me back to the book that I am reading, Outwitting the Devil. And what he talks about in this book is he essentially interviews the devil. And you can call it the negative side of things, you can call it the ego, you can call it the opposition. But in this book, he says it is the devil. And what he does is he gets the devil to yield to all his questioning. He gives the devil to confess the tactics he uses to get people, the majority of people. He actually talks about 98% of people to what he calls quote unquote drift. And what he means by drifting, he means as the opposite of being a free thinker. He gets people to just go through life with in a way that is fear, in a way that is buying into all the devil incites, which is there is everything to fear and everything. You ought to go through life being afraid of what could happen instead of being excited for what could happen, essentially. Meaning, he uses the tactic of fear to hold us back. He uses the tactic of fear to keep us in that low vibrational state, which the truth is, if you are walking through life in a fearful state, you are attracting reasons to be fearful, meaning you are attracting lower vibration situations. You are attracting illness. You are attracting scarcity. You are attracting emotional situations that cause you pain when you are vibrating on a fearful level. And that's exactly where the devil wants you. He wants you terrified of the unknown. He wants you to think more and ponder more and meditate more on the negative aspects of what could happen in life, versus God, who is continually telling us to relax and know that He is in charge, to relax in the unknowing. Because when we relax in the unknowing, then we're stepping into the field of all beautiful possibilities. Because what we're saying essentially in the relaxing of uncertainty is, I don't care what happens, God is in control. And whatever God is bringing, it is for my greatest good. And God will bring about the best situations. And that is true. And when we relax in that truth, guess what happens? We bring about those situations. So, regardless of the way you voted, America, and to be real, the country has spoken. We have voted for Trump. And to me, that says the majority of the country is at ease in this moment, because the popular vote has spoken. But for those who may not have voted in this direction, and those who may be in a state of fear, I want to speak to you. Be reminded of who's in charge. I know it looks like Trump, and I know that you may be afraid, but keep your eyes on the one who rules it all, which is God. Keep your attention, keep your focus, and keep your prayers lifted that way. We are not succumbing to fear. We are not succumbing to worry or pessimism. We are rising above it. To rise above it means to understand that no matter who is in office, we as individuals, we as a collective, we as the people will rise above it. I'm believing for the best outcome. I'm believing that we will learn a lot about ourselves and a lot about the country who voted this way as a result of this moment. Also, if we allow it, we're going to learn a lot about God. What is God up to in this moment? What is He teaching? What is He showing? What is He growing in this moment? I intend to rise above this too. No, He is not the one I voted for, and actually, neither was she. Anyone who listened to my episode, a few episodes ago knew that I was voting for a third party, that I'm voting for a revolution, that I'm voting for a moral uprising. But that's just the way I move, right? I'm a free thinker. I am what is called the opposite of a drifter, which is a free thinker, according to Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Ways he talks about in the book on outwitting the opposition, which is to challenge the attacks on the mind. Challenge what looks to be scary. Challenge what society and that negative entity is telling you is true. Wake up to the truth of you, which is you are a powerful being, which is you are creating your circumstances with the power of your mind. You are creating your life with the focus of your thoughts. No matter how you are thinking today, whether you are going under in despair because of what's happening right now in the country or in the world, no matter where you are, if you are succumbing to the woe is me and everything looks bleak, your existence, your life, your immediate future will reflect those thoughts. Or whether you are turning your attention to what's true, which is you are a powerful being. You are limitless with what you can create when you are aligned with God, when you are aligned with your source, whether you are aligned with your highest being, whatever you call that highest being that's over you. I call it God. But whatever you call it, when you're aligned with that, you are limitless in that moment. And if you can stay in that truth, you will be limitless for a lifetime. Your thoughts are telling you right now in this moment the way you are creating in the next. Be very cautious about going with the fear, which is the majority of society. Outwitting the devil says it's 98%. And honestly, I feel it's more like 99%. Or are you creating from a place of clarity, a place of optimism, a place of hope, a place of power, a place of truth? If you are focused in that direction, congratulations, your life, your future will reflect that. So, no, my candidate did not win, but guess what? I don't. I am not easily moved by that either. Onward we go. No matter what the situation is outside of me, I know who I am and I know who I serve, and I know that no matter what, as long as I'm keeping my eyes on God, I am rising above this world. I am in the world, but I am not of the world. So I want to ask you, are you a drifter? Are you just going with the flow of fear and life and the politicians and what society says? Or are you going to pause in this moment and be reminded of the royal individual you are and the power you hold and how you get to decide how your future will unfold? Don't be fooled. Don't drift. Wake up to what's true. You are in control of your circumstances by releasing control of needing to know it all, releasing control of how things need to unfold. You're simply living relaxed and unfazed in this moment. You are focused on what you need to create in this moment. You are focused on how God is yielding, or you are yielding rather, to God's way. And as we yield, God opens up a way that you nor I could have ever created on our own. We could have never thought it up on our own. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to go and relax in life. I'm going to continue to focus on all the beauty that still remains in this world, that is the majority of this world. Because the truth is, the majority of us can't see it. There's only a select few that can see beauty in all situations. That is the 1%. That is the only 2% that outwitting the devil is talking about. The 2% that are free thinkers. The 2% that are deeply aligned with source. The 2% that can see beauty no matter what is happening on the surface. I am a part of that small percentage. And I'm hoping you wake up and step into that percentage as well. Go create something powerful. Continue to keep your eyes on God in the midst of the chaos that's happening around the world right now. Rise above it. That is your birthright. And that is honestly the truth. We're going to be all right. We're going to be better than that if you can keep your eyes on God. Until next time, love yourself and love others. We'll chat again soon. Bye for now.